Hello, welcome back to the Fish Locker Workshop. I'm going to talk to you really quickly about one of my fishing rods. Now, anybody who's seen any of my tackle reviews before knows that I don't like to review something until I feel like I've properly tested it. I have had this rod now for almost a year, and I haven't snapped it yet. So yeah, it's doing all right. Generally, I do like to try and test things to destruction, and this hasn't broke yet. So yeah, you know it's tough. This is a Nomura ISEI, as in ISEI. I do like Nomura rods. I've got a Nomura Kanji, a Nomura Iso. This is a Nomura ISEI. What it's for, it's a 100 gram popping rod. Now, unless I go somewhere abroad and start fishing for game fish, I'm never going to be throwing 100 gram poppers around. I use it for everything else, and I mean everything. What I've been doing with it is I've been live bait fishing, lure fishing, wreck fishing, like proper wreck fishing as well for ling, slow jigs. My slow jigs that I've been using before, like 30, 60, 90, even up to 90 gram, I've been using one of my other two Nomura rods. The only problem is it's any deeper and any heavier, and it loads the rod up too much and you don't get out. It's not suitable. So when I'm fishing the really deep wrecks, like 200 to 300 feet, and I'm using big boy slow jigs, like 200 gram slow jigs, proper big ones, that's what I use this for. And it nails it. It absolutely performs amazingly. Ooh, missed it. No, I didn't. Whoa. That feels like a better fish. That is a cool fish. That is a fantastic cool fish. Oh. Right, now this is a proper sized pollock. Look at that. Now what I have done is I have coupled it with a Dio Ballistic 6000. It can be quite confusing to folks about the sizings of reels because none of the companies use the same sizings. This is a Dio Ballistic 6000. This might be the same size as like a Shimano 5000 or a Penn 4000. None of them kind of marry up, but this is the size that I wanted because it had the capacity and the drag that I wanted. Now I have loaded this with 40-pound braid and I'm using a 60-pound rubbing leader. So you can tell that this is rigged up heavy. This is for big stuff. I have had it shark fishing. It coped really, really well shark fishing actually for blues. Sorry, I've got something in my eye. I'll be honest, most of the sharks you're going to encounter in the UK, blue sharks, are going to be between 20 and 40 pound. They're not going to be massive. That makes them a lot of fun. I did use that on a guided trip that we took last year, and I had a 114-pound blue shark on it, on that exact setup. I haven't got any footage of it. I'm just going to have to put some photos in here. But that was exceptional. There was an awful lot of luck involved because I was only using light line and because the rod was maxed out. But I landed it. Yeah, I use it lighter stuff for like fishing for bass, fishing for wrasse. You don't get as much bite detection as you do on the lighter rods. But what you lose in one aspect, you gain in others. Fishing with my slow jigs and my lures on my lighter rods, if you ever come snagged in the bottom, you can try and bounce it out by whipping the rod. With the more supple tip of the lighter rods, you can't always do that. Whereas this has got quite a stiff tip on it, which does help that when you snag, for when you're trying to whip, when you're trying to bounce out a snag. So I don't lose as much jigs and lures into the seabed now because of this, because it's slightly stiffer so you can bounce them out. It does handle fish really well. Wrecking with lures, when I don't want to use like a 20 to 30 and a slosh, you can use this. I've been using it for like 45 gram up to being like 100 gram Savage Gear reels, that type of thing. Fishing direct to the lure and then fishing them on wrecks that are like 150 to 200 feet. This does it. It loves it. I do fish it in shallow water sometimes as well. Like I fish it in the estuaries when I'm fishing for bullhuss and when there's conger eels around, because you need something that's got a bit of backbone in it to set the hook. For bullhuss, for congers, they have got a hard mouth. If your rod's too light to be able to set the hook into it, all they do is they hold on, they come to the surface and they open the mouth and the bait comes out. Whereas when you've got something that's got a bit of stiffness in it like this, you can really set the hook well. The rod is 2.28 metres long or 7'6". Comes in two sections. Your first section is foam grip with a screwing up reel seat rather than a screwing down reel seat. And the rest is the blank. So you've got what you say, about 2 foot of butt and 5 foot of rod. You can cast with it really well. I don't use it for its casting ability. I use it for its backbone. If there's anything heavy where I want to still make it fun, where I want to be able to not put the lights out, when I want to still have a bit of fun with it, that's what I use this for. Live baiting, when I'm going to be using my direct contact live bait rig, where it's just as an inline lead, but I've got a lot of tide, so I'm having to use like a 4-ounce lead and a live joey. My lighter rods don't work because they just load up. That there's still got enough backbone in it, so it works perfectly. So live baiting for bass, live baiting on wrecks, lure fishing on wrecks, slow jigging, shark fishing, bait fishing, the lot. I have used this for everything. I am gonna, if I haven't already, I will put some bits of videos into this video. I'll put videos into this video. I'll put clips into this video showing the rod in action. That's a fish. Holy smokes. That is an absolute ginormous ling. That'll be a 30-pound ling. Friggin' hell. Oh my word. Right. Flipping heck. 100-gram popping rod. There's my live bait rig in its mouth. Look at the size of that ling. The width of it. That's got to be a 30-pound fish. Like I say, coupled with a good strong fixed spool reel, it is a fantastic setup. If you're going to be using finesse, if you want to be throwing little lures, this isn't going to be the rod for you. But if you want to challenge it, if you want to push it to try some big fish, then this will be great. I do hope to be able to try taupe fishing, because I think that would be great. Taupe fishing from the boat would be great with this entire setup. But yes, this is a 2.28 metre Nomura ISEI. I-S-E-I. I will put a link into the description here of where you can buy them from, if I can find one. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I really like the rod. You'll no doubt, if you've watched my videos before, you will have seen this in action a lot. All the very best. See you later.